In this tutorial, we'll learn how to place hyperlinks onto our site. We will take a look at using both the code mirror editor and content templates, for which we have slightly different methods. So to begin, we will see how to set the default storefront URL, which drives the store.url token, which will be used throughout the site. So we start by clicking on Configuration, Settings, and General Settings. In here, you'll find the storefront URL field. So enter the URL of your storefront in this box. This could be your Infigo software URL, like you can see these entered in there at the moment, or it could be an alternate binding that you've set up for this storefront. This is an important setting to utilize as it will drive construction of hyperlinks throughout your site, whether you choose to use HTML code editors or our content templates. Make sure you save that once you've changed it. And next, we'll take a look at how to apply hyperlinks to our storefront content. So I'm going to begin by navigating to an editable content block. And in our example, we'll choose the header. So if I go to Content Management, Editable Content, and then my header. First, we'll cover the code mirror editor. So I'm just going to switch my body editor type to code mirror editor. And what you'll see scattered throughout here is this token I was talking about a little bit earlier on. So store.url. This token links directly to the storefront URL setting we saw a minute or so ago, meaning that we can create dynamic URLs in our HTML code. You are able to hard code URLs by simply typing the complete URL in place of this. However, any change to the storefront URL would mean changing each entry individually, which obviously is not ideal. Navigating to specific areas of your site can be achieved by simply typing a suffix to this token. So for example, if we've got our storefront URL already assigned to this, we could access a particular product by inputting something similar to, I think it's P for products, and then whatever the product ID is. So let's say 001. So the main body of the URL will be drawn from that other setting, and then the suffix on the end will take us to a specific page. So next we're going to take a look at where to actually find the URLs for certain bits of content on our site. And we'll start off with content pages. As a review, content pages are things like terms and conditions, contact us, about us, sort of additional pages that are on your site. There's a number of pre-configured ones, or you can create new ones. If you want to find the URL for a particular page, just click on Edit next to the page of interest, and then the URL will be shown. And all you need to do is take the relevant bit of the URL. So if you want to use that token that we've been utilizing previously, then all you need to take is the bit that tags on the end of your storefront URL. So product or category URLs are a little bit different. They are best identified on the product landing page themselves. So if we start by navigating to our product catalog, I only have one sample product in here. And if I go in and edit the product of interest, you'll see that I have access to this View Product Page button at the top of the screen. And clicking on here will take you straight to the product landing page on our storefront, and we see the exact URL that we need to get to that particular page. So I've got the large part of the URL, which is what's covered in that token, and then we just need to take the bit from the end. Okay, so next we'll take a look at how to build our URLs using the content template editor. So I'm going to navigate back to our header editable content block, same as we were on previously. And I'm going to revert this back to our content template editor. So in this example, we'll look at adding hyperlinks to our header. However, the same methodology can be applied to any of the editable content blocks or the content pages. So what we're going to start off by doing is just adding a new entry to here. So I'm just going to say add content and header item. That will just give us a new item on a clickable item on our header. So just as a summary of content templates, you've likely seen this in previous videos. Content templates operate as a series of nested blocks, so allowing you to build up detailed site content without the need to input HTML directly. So some of the available content blocks are designed to include URL search and input. This is things such as buttons or header items like we can see here. So they do have a specific interface which makes identifying your required URL extremely easy. So let's take a look at that on here. If I just start by adding a new name for the hyperlink, this is the name that will actually appear on the header bar itself in the storefront. I then need to come over here and select the URL target. So you'll see I have a choice between products, categories, content pages, blog entries, or Infigo pages, which are things like the home page or the account page, for example. With a lot of these, when you click on them, so if I go for a product, for example, I then get a search box appearing over on the right-hand side where I can start undertaking a filtered search for the product I want to use. So for example, we only have one product in our storefront. If I start typing that, it filters down the list to show me matching products. And if I click on that, the URL is automatically populated. So we don't need to go to the separate product page or anything like that. It is now created. And as soon as we hit save, that link will be generated. So let's test this out. If I go to save and continue, and then I'll take a look at our storefront. You'll see that here is the hyperlink that we just created, and we can test that out, and that takes us directly to that product. So nice and easy to construct those URLs.